Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. Just a few technical issues, but we have finally got ourselves sorted out, and we are in the top of the third inning. This is the Baseball New South Wales Junior League State Championships. This is the semi-final, one of two. We have the other semi-final underway at Diamond 2. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the infrastructure set up on that diamond to be able to broadcast that game. So we just have the one game for you here in this time slot. We will have the intermediate game coming up at 3 o'clock, and then that'll be the intermediate final. And then we'll have the Junior League final coming up at 6 o'clock here at Aquatic Ball Park, French's Forest. At the moment, it is Ryde on top, 3-0, and threatening here with one out in the top of the third inning. We'll make that 4-0. James Joshua Nadai it was, not James. James is the older brother. Joshua Nadai scoring Ryde's fourth run. They lead 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. On the mound for the Hills side is Matthew Courtney. 2 in the third inning pitched so far for 39 pitches, 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 strikeouts and a walk. We'll bring you both the lineups in between the innings here in inning number 3. Your umpires in this one, Matthew Wagner behind the plate. At first base, Matthew Palmer, and third base, Jaden Grant. It's been a lovely weekend of baseball here at Aquatic, home of the Manly Eagles. As we have a stolen base there by Simon Slapetta. He reached on a single into right field. Pitch in there for a strike. Strike one there for Matthew Courtney. 3 balls and 1 strike to Daniel Thwaites. Pinch hitting for Callum Flint. Second time through the order for the Ryde Hawks. And pitch up for ball 4. So runners on the corners for the Hawks. Hawks are 3 wins, no losses on the tournament. Hills with 2 wins and a loss. That's a very good afternoon to Andrew Logue, sitting by my side this morning. Only here for the one game today, and then we'll have some other guest commentators for the intermediate final at 3 o'clock and the Junior League final at 6 o'clock. But for now, it's good afternoon or good morning still. It's only 11:30 to Andrew Logue.
Morning, Lee. Happy to be here as always.
Thank you for helping us sort through the technical issues. Combination of heat and other things providing a few issues for us, but nothing out of the ordinary.
We're used to it.
Yes. Ethan Kotarek now for the Ryde Hawks side. He's pinch hitting for Miguel Nixon. Little League, playing under the Little League International rules. Every player must have an at-bat and defensive outs in the field, and that is a pass ball off the glove of Harry Piper, and it's another run for the Hawks. We will bring you updates on the other game over on Diamond 2 for those that are asking. Let me just pull up the game changer feed now. I did notice it was 3-1 in favour of MacArthur. Manly with another run on the board. It's now 3-2. That game being played in the bottom of the second. Very entertaining game yesterday between Manly and Cronulla. Javier Corona with 2 absolute moonshots to give Cronulla early ascendancy in that one, but Manly fought and ended up winning the game 12-8 as that pitch is fouled off into the heavy throng of Ryde supporters along the third base line. Good afternoon to Matt Givo online. MacArthur batting now in the top of the third over on diamond 2. Do have a little bit of vision from where we are on the hill, so we'll try and keep everyone updated as much as possible over there. But for now, we're on diamond 1, 5-0 right over Hills. Daniel Thwaite at second. And Ethan Koterek at the plate. Apologies if I have pronounced your name incorrectly. Another wild pitch. We'll see Thwaites move up the third base. As Qatar gets that, but only as far as the shortstop, and that'll be the second out here in the top of the third. Christian Lane now in the batter's box for the Hawks side. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Looking to drive in the 6th run of the ball game for the Ryde side. That ball hit to the first baseman, but underneath the glove. So Ryde will knock in another run, and it will see Christian Lane get a single, trying to stretch it into a double, but he'll be thrown out. So end of the top of the third, we have a 5-0, 6-0 ball game to the Ryde Hawks. And we'll have the Hillside coming up to bat in the bottom half of the inning. But first, we'll bring you the lineups for both of these teams. The Ryde lineup proudly brought to you by Kennard's Hire. Make your job easy. Go to Kennard's Hire for all your hire needs. Lachlan Heap is leading off. He's at shortstop. Josh Nadai is at third base. Alistair Ballantyne in centre field. Simon Slapetta, he's at second base. Callum Flint's at first base. McGraw Nixon is in right field. Christian Lane in left field. Matthew Harris is the starting pitcher for the Ryde Hawks. And Jonah Chitty is the catcher. We have had some changes to both of these sides, but these are just the starting lineups. And the Hillside proudly sponsored by the Railiers Group. For all your inclination requirements, let the team know at the Railiers Group. Chase Taylor is at second base. Matthew Courtney is the starting pitcher. Mason Malcoon is the centre fielder. Phoenix McFarlane is at shortstop. Harry Piper doing the catching. Tim Kelly is at left field. Carter Garth is at first base. Caleb Pickering in right field. And Tom Westerbrink is the third baseman. Both of your starting lineups for this Junior League semi-final. The winner of this game going through to the final at 6 p.m. tonight. But more importantly, qualifying for the national titles, which will be held on the 13th to the 16th of May down at West Beach in South Australia. So good luck to both of these teams as they fight for the honour for that title, as well as state championships in the Junior League division here. We're going to head to the bottom of the third with the Hillside coming up to bat when we return. Carter Garth leading things off for the Hillside here. Bottom of the third inning. Stirring in the barrel of a 6-0 deficit so far, so plenty of work to do for this Hillside. As Matthew Harris paints the outside corner for strike one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls that one off, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes now. And that is a swing and miss on strike 3. And over to first base to complete the strikeout. Carter Garth is down on strikes. Good recovery there by Jonah Chitty. With the ball bouncing off the edge of his glove. One away here in the bottom of the third. Caleb Pickering now the hitter for Hills. Two balls and a strike for him. Fouls that one off, out of play. Evans count up at 2-2. Down the dirt, takes ball 3. So far, 6 runs on 4 hits for the Ryde side. No runs on 1 hit and 2 errors for the Hills. Looking for their first base runner here in the bottom of the third inning. And that will be in the form of Caleb Pickering. Takes the walk. Will be runner on first. Tom Westerbrink, the hitter for Ryde now. Matthew Harris is able to get a strike check over at first. Nice pick over there by Dan Thwaites. The ball just in the dirt, a little bit short on the throw. Well managed there by the Ryde first baseman. And pitch just down and in. Called strike 3 by Matt Wagner, so just a verbal call on the strike 3 there, not the punch out that we're used to on strike 3, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the third. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. And Harris is in there with the strike. Lena Howren, the hitter for Ryde, her first at-bat of the morning. Nice hack at that one. Fouls off into the back net. She's behind now. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball down and in, gets away from the catcher Chitty, and will allow Pickering to move up to second base. Will be a pass ball charge there to the Ryde catcher. So runner in scoring position now for Hills with one out. A ball and 2 strikes to Howren. Hills looking for their first hit of this ball game. Straight back to the pitcher. Picks it up, throws it over to first, and that's the third out of the inning. So that'll complete the third inning on the Procar Automatic scoreboard. It's the Ryde Hawks 6, Hills 0. So top of the fourth here, with Ryde enjoying a 6-0 lead. That's Matt Harris to lead things off for the Ryde Hawks. Swing and miss of that one for strike 2. And balls and 2 strikes now. Matthew Courtney back out onto the mound for his 4th inning of work. And in there for strike 3. So 3 quick pitches for out number 1 for Matthew Courtney. Andrew. Nah, didn't work. Top camera, angle down. Jonah Chitty now at bat. In fact, it's Bradley Dalton, so a pinch hitter here. Swings and misses at that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. First at bat for him today. Hitting in place of the starting catcher, Jonah Chitty. And that pitch on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Courtney to get strike 2. So 5 straight strikes for him so far, exactly what his team needs as they look to overcome this 6-0 deficit. And in there for strike 3, so 6 straight strikes for Matthew Courtney and 2 quick outs. Seven Stevens in now for the Ryde Hawk side. That's strike number 7 for Matthew Courtney. Manly have a runner on second and 2 out, trailing 4-2 over on Diamond 2, and that's the first ball for Stephen Courtney in this inning. So his immaculate inning comes to an end, and it looks like MacArthur are out of the third inning. So on Diamond 2, it's MacArthur 4 leading Manly 2 after 3 innings. And a swing and a miss there by Stevens for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes now. Matthew Courtney looking for strike 3 to get this one done and get his offense back in action. Slices that one up the first baseline, but fouling out of play. Counter remained 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-0. Ryde Hawks over Hills, top of the 4th inning. Matthew Courtney looking for strike 3 here. Can't get it. Tempts him with the pitch down in the dirt. But Stevens is up to the task. Doesn't swing at that one. Four appearances for Stevens. Looking for his first hit in four plate appearances. And pitch is up. So full count now for Stevens. Courtney puts it on the ground to the left side. Pick up by the shortstop. Tom Westerbrink, who fires it over to Phoenix McFarland, and that is a 3rd out here in the top of the 4th. And we'll be back with the Hills side up to bat in the bottom half of the 4th inning. So Matthew Courtney to lead things off here. It's pitcher on pitcher as we get the bottom half of the 4th inning underway, and Matt Wagner calls that strike 1. Matthew Harris looking for 4 innings in this one. Ball hit straight back up the middle. And a nice strong throw by the shortstop, Lachlan Heap, for out number 1. And Ryde have their first out in the bottom of the 4th. Just having an issue with our camera looking at first base, so we'll try and get that fixed before the next game. One up the middle to the second baseman, Simon Slepeta, who makes the play over at first. And Ryde have 2 outs on 4 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. Matt Harris getting the job done for his manager, Matt O'Neill. And bring up Mason Malcoon. First pitch is away for ball 1. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. In fact, it's no. It's Phoenix McFarland, rather. Mason Malcoon was second out of the inning, so now it's Phoenix McFarland. Bouncing off the glove for a strike. Taking the inside corner. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for McFarland. Matthew Harris looking for a quick finish to this one. Swing and a miss in the dirt, picks it up. And a strong throw up the line to the first baseman, Thwaites. And it's a very quick inning for the Ryde Hawks here. And with 4 innings in the books in this Junior League semi-final, it's the Ryde Hawks 6, Hills 0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. Top of the 5th here, Ryde and Hills doing battle in the first semi-final of the Junior League State Championships. The winner progressing to the final at 6 o'clock tonight, but also punching their ticket to the national titles down in Adelaide in the middle of May. And it's going to be Joshua Nadai to bat for the Third time today, 0 for 1 with a walk, 2 runs scored. And he swings at the first pitch by Matthew Courtney for strike 1. Second pitch is in the dirt. Harry Piper unable to get a glove on it. Gets it back to the fence for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Over in the other semi-final, it's MacArthur 4-2. But Manly now batting in the bottom of the 4th. And pitch away, ball 2. MacArthur with 4 runs on 1 hit, 1 error. Manly with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. And pitches down and away. Lachlan New for MacArthur has gone 3 innings on 59 pitches, 61% for strikes, for 1 earned run with 3 strikeouts and a walk. James Lander, 4 pitches with 4 innings with 73 pitches. And that pitch hit to the third baseman. It's a slow bouncing effort there to him, and it's going to see Josh Nadite move up to second base with the wild throw from Cummins at third. So Ryde will have a runner on second to start this one. James Lander, 4 innings, 73 pitches, 50% strike, 1 hit, 4 runs, 3 earned, and 7 strikeouts with 3 walks. So very effective over there. And 7 strikeouts for James Lander. And that pitch punched into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Carter Garth. And more importantly for the Ryde Hawks, it will see Joshua Nadite score. And a 7th run for stolen base there for Alistair Ballantyne. Moving himself in a scoring position. Another one into right field over the head of the second baseman, Howren. Just can't do much about that one. Won't be a run. It's nice work by Carter Garth out there in right field. Gets the ball back into his cut-off man, McFarland. And it will see Simon Slopetta move up to first base. And Ballantyne moving over to third. Ryder setting up a pinch hitter. Callum Flint re-entering into the game. So Daniel Thwaites' day is done. And he will prepare himself for the final, providing Ryde can finish the job here. Check back over at third by Harry Piper. Ballantyne back on the base. Slopetta taking second without a throw. A throw going over to third. Still none out, and runners at second and third here in the 5th. If Ryde can knock these 2 runs in, they'll be looking for an early mark. Manly have got their lead-off guy on over there on diamond 2. (4-2) to Ryde, but Manly with a runner on first in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Two balls and 1 strike for Callum Flint. Pitch up and away for ball 3. So 3-1. Ball down and away for ball 4, so it'll be a 2-out walk. And that will load the bases. No movement in the Hills dugout, although we are going to have a visit now. So we'll have a quick visit on the mound. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. So load of bases here for the Ryde Hawks. And it's Miguel Nixon at bat for the Hawks, taking back over from Ethan Katarik. Both Nixon and Katarik 0 for 1 on the day. Nixon re-entering with loaded bases here in the top of the 5th. Nobody out for the Ryde Hawks. Ball down in the dirt, get away. It'll be another run for Ryde, stretching their lead out to 8-0. Plenty of noise coming from Diamond 2. Looks like there might have been a runner thrown out at the plate. Cartha holding on to a 4 lead. Manly threatening with runners on second and third with 1 out. I do apologise for those people that were hoping to get a stream of that game. We just couldn't make things work with the limited time we had in setup. No, Manly have scored a run, so runners on the corners now. James Lander takes off and steals second base. He stands at second. Lachlan Ludbrooks at third, and Matthew Ridioff is the batter for Manly over on Diamond 2. And in this one, swing and a miss. Gets past. Wild pitch. Or pass ball rather, getting through the glove of the catcher. Piper allows Ryde to score run number 9. And still nobody out for the Ryde Hawks. And we're going to have a pinch hitter now. So Christian Lane will be pinch hit for. Manly with runners on second and third with 1 out. Got my eye on both games now, with this game looking like it might be over early. That pitches up. In there for strike 1. The hitter is Isabel Lambert for the Ryde Hawks, getting her first appearance in this game. She's hitting for Christian Lane. Down in the dirt and away from the catcher. 10-0 now, Ryde. They are in mercy rule territory, but they still don't have anybody out. And the runner at third is now Miguel Nixon. Fouls that one off. Out of play up the third baseline. Aidan Patterson now the hitter for Manly over on Diamond 2. He's hitting with 2 out. Lander and Ludbrook looking to score. Lander representing the go-ahead run for Manly in the bottom of the 4th inning. Counts 2 balls, no strikes to him. A pitch down in the dirt. Away for Harry Piper's been asked to make plenty of runs back to the screen in this one, in this inning. It's the fifth one that Matthew Courtney has missed with. And Aidan Patterson has drawn the walk, so it's loaded bases over there for James Greer to hit with 2 out. Pitches up. 3-2 now. Isabel Lambert looking to get herself aboard. And on the corner for strike 3 for the first out. Here in the top of the fifth, Ryder scored 5 to go up 11-0, and it looks like Hills are going to make a pitching change, so we'll stay with you here. We'll bring you as much information as we can on this Manly-MacArthur game. MacArthur manager just coming back from a mound visit. Lachlan New in a little bit of trouble here, but he does have 2 out in his favour. More than likely be calling this off the game changer feed as much as we can. Looks like that was ball 1. So James Greer, big opportunity for Greer. Many runners with the big leads. Lander at second, Ludbrook at third, Patterson at first. Lander represents the go-ahead run, 4-3 ball game in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike to James Greer. Looks like that was ball 3, judging by the reaction of the MacArthur shortstop. So 3-1 count potentially for James Greer. Lachlan New trying not to walk in the tying run. So it looks like it's going to be 3-2. So Runnels will be going on the pitch. Ball 4, so Greer holds his nerve at the plate and draws the walk. Ties the ball game up over in Diamond 2 between Manly and MacArthur. We have a 4-all ball game over there. And we'll have the intermediate final between Ryde and Hills. We do believe that both of those teams do qualify for the national championships. Ball hit to the third baseman. Over on Diamond 2. A little bit of a bobble, but he recovers. Steps on his base. And Aidan Patterson will be retired on the fielder's choice. But Manly get 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth to tie it up at 4-all over on Diamond 2. So that game has 3 more innings to go. And it is a tie ball game, so we'll continue to bring updates from over there. Right now we're back on Diamond 1. And it's going to be Mason Malcoon to bat. And the first pitch he throws to Matthew Harris is ripped right into the MacArthur crowd watching on Diamond 2. He got every single stitch of that one, but pulled it foul, and it certainly travelled. Mason Malcoon has 1 pitch for 1 strike, and we play with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Punches that one right side. Right fielder unable to get up to it. Trumuth bounces underneath his glove. It'll be a double there for Harris. Mason Malcoon with the job to do to get this inning out of the way and get his Hills offense back in action and avoid this game finishing early. First pitch to Jonah Chitty. Here's a ball. Outside for ball 2. Straight back to the pitcher. Knocks it down, makes a good strong throw over to McFarland at first, so 2 out. And it will see Harris move up to third, but good. Pitcher's fielding there off the mound, picks it up, gets through his legs initially, but did enough to knock it down, take a bit of pace off it, picked it up off the top of the mound and throw it over the first base for the second out. And back to the top of the lineup for Seven Stevens. Maybe it's supposed to be Stevens. Strike 1. Not too sure. But I did just hear them calling him Steven. Sev, okay, good. Confirmation there. Fouls that one off, does Stevens. No balls and 2 strikes. Malcoon looking for strike 3 or out 3 here in the top of the 5th. No, definitely saying 7, so my apologies. That pitch in the dirt. Knocked down by Piper. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Stevens. 0 for 1 today. Pinch hit for Lachlan Heap. Swings and misses that one, but Piper, the catcher, very happy that he got a bit of bat onto it. Otherwise, Stevens would have been hustling up to first. So count remains 1 and 2. Punches that ball right side. First baseman comes off, second baseman goes across but can't get it. And it'll be a base hit for Seven Stevens. And another run on the board for the Hawks, who now lead 12-0 here in the top of the 5th. MacArthur have a runner on second with nobody out over on Diamond 2. Josh Naddai will bat now for the Hawks. That pitch knocked down by Piper behind the plate for ball 1. Ryde with 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Hills with no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors. Matthew Harris in total control, 4 innings for 45 pitches for the Hawks so far. Matthew Courtney, he is the pitcher of record for the Hills side with 4 1/3 innings, 92 total pitches, 53% strikes, gave up 7 hits, giving up 11 runs, 10 of them earned with 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. 2 balls, no strikes here to Josh Naddai. 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Naddai. Courtney throwing 49 his 92 pitches. 4 strikes. 11 for 25 first pitch strikes. 3 balls and 1 now for Naddai. Ball hit to the shortstop. Picks it up, stands on the base, and retires Stevens. So that's the 5th inning, top of the 5th in the books for the Ryde Hawks. They'll look to come out and finish this game off when we return in the bottom half of this 5th inning. So bottom of the 5th here, and Matt Harris is back out on the mound for Ryde, looking to close off and pick up a complete game shutout. Does start Harry Piper with ball 1, and he gets a swing out of that one. Ball down in the dirt, 1 ball and a strike. MacArthur have taken the lead over on diamond 2, with the leadoff man coming all the way around to score. They lead that one 5-4 in the top of the 5th inning. This one, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Ryde lead at 12-0, 3 outs away from an early mark before their final at 6 p.m. tonight. On the ground, left side. Picked up by the shortstop, throws it across. Ball gets away. Knocked down by Lambert over at first. And Hills have a base runner here. Looking to score at least 3 to reduce this deficit below the mercy rule range. And they are 1/3 of the way there. Tim Kelly takes ball 1 down in the dirt. Manly have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen over on diamond 2. That pitch down, bottom of the zone for strike 1. Joshua Trumuth is the hitter. He was a defensive replacement earlier in the game. His first at bat. Swing and a man's check over at first, but Piper is back standing up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trumuth. Up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch back up the middle. Bit of a bobble, but he picks it up. Won't get it over to first in time. Simon Slapetta just not able to get a handle on it. Got across to it. So Hills now. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Hills fighting to the death. They want this game to go a little bit extra. Jack Cummins is the hitter now. Again, defensive replacement earlier. Gets his first at bat of the morning. We are in the afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike with that pitch down in the dirt. Fouls that one off to the screen for strike 1. MacArthur with runners on second and third with 2 out. So just a runner on third. 2 out. They have taken the lead in the top of the 5th. That pitch on the ground to the second base. Picks it up. Throws it over to Lambert at first. 1 away here now in the bottom of the 5th. Correction, it was Carter Garth, the hitter. Went too far down the lineups. Carter Garth was the hitter. Moving the runners over. So 1 away. Now MacArthur runners on second and third. James Lander up to 94 pitches, so this will be his last batter. So he reaches the 95 pitch threshold. Nice block there by the catcher, Jonah Chitty. But a wild throw almost undoes that good work. but the ball not getting far enough away for Piper to score from third. 2 balls, no strikes here to Cummins. Now it's Cummins batting in place of Caleb Pickering. That ball to second base gets through the hole, and Hills have broken the duck. They get their first run of the ball game. They'll need a few more here in the bottom of the 5th. Can they rally here in the bottom of the 5th inning? Get at least 2 more. And Manly have got out of that inning over there. Lachlan New still on the mound at the moment for MacArthur. That one straight back to the pitcher, knocks it down, throws it home, and it's going to be Truemouth getting back dirty. The pitcher, Harris, coming home on that one. Probably could have just gone to first to get the out over there, get the second out. You do have a 12-1 lead. Sometimes you've got to take the outs when they're presented to you. But threw it home to Chitty, who fired it back to Josh Nadai at third, but Truemouth was down and dirty, head first into third base. And Cummins will reach on the fielder's choice. That pitch fouled off by Alina Horan. Punches that one high into the sky, right side, catcher going back for it. Chitty dives for it and then almost gets the ball in the face when it bounced off the fence. Good effort shown there by the Ryde catcher. Wanted the out. Howard behind, no balls and 2 strikes now. And Ryde do in fact have the bases loaded. And nice swing there by Howard, fouls it off into the screen for strike 2. Adam Kraft now the pitcher for MacArthur over on diamond 2. And a swing and a miss by Howard on the outside corner. So 2 away for Ryde. They're 1 out away from punching their ticket to the championship game at 6 o'clock tonight here at Aquatic Ballpark. But more importantly, the appearance at the National Championships for the Junior League competition down at West Beach in Adelaide from May 13 to 16. Matthew Courtney now. The last hope for Hills if this game's going to continue. He fouls that pitch off deep into the right side foul territory. No balls on 1 strike for him. Left side to the third baseman. That eye picks it up, stands on the base, and that will be the ball game. Ryde Hawks winning this one 12-1. And they will be back here at Aquatic at 6 o'clock tonight. We hope you can join us. But they have booked their ticket to the National Championships in May. So congratulations to Matt O'Neill and his team. They do have the Ultimate State Championships bragging rights on the line later tonight. And we will stay here and we'll try and bring you as much updates as we can with Ryde, with MacArthur and Manly over on Diamond 2. It'll be more like a radio call than anything. We'll be calling it from a distance, relying on Game Changer. But congratulations to the Ryde side. 12-1 winners here in the Junior League semi-final. And we'll see who they play later tonight. (5-4) MacArthur over Manly. Manly with a runner on, nobody out. Cameron Goddard up to bat. No balls and 1 strike. Goddard with the fly ball out to centre field for the first out. Bueller all the way back to first. Long throw by Harris to try and get the double play, but it wasn't to be. James Lander batting now for Manly, leading things off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Takes strike one, looking from Adam Kraft. Two balls and one strike for Lander. Adam Kraft with the one appearance so far in this tournament on the mound. 1 2/3 innings pitched against Far North Coast on Friday. Gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, both earned with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. That pitch is hit into centre field off the bat of Matt Ridio. So Lander gets aboard with a walk, and then Ridio punches one into centre field. Manly now with runners on first and second with nobody out. Sorry, correction. James Lander stole second. The ball was thrown into centre field by the catcher, Lincoln Case. And then Matt Ridio grounds out to the shortstop, Lachlan New. Lander moving up to third base. So Manly now with the tying run 90 feet away. And Aidan Patterson up to bat for the Manly side, looking to tie this game up. Lander with his lead at third base. A few extra steps down the line, but doesn't go anywhere. Aidan Patterson with the job to do here for the Manly side. Two balls, one strike for Aidan Patterson. Patterson 1 for 2 today with a walk, so this is his 4th time at bat. Three balls, 2 strikes for Aidan Patterson. Lander standing at third, looking to tie this ball game up for the Eagles. And it looks like we will have a visit from the MacArthur manager as time is called. Aidan Patterson does draw the walk, so runners on the corners for the Eagles. The go-ahead run is at first base. Manly have the tying run on third, the go-ahead run at first. And they have James Greer up to bat. Aidan Patterson takes second base, so now the go-ahead run for Manly is in scoring position with only one out. Anything hit through the infield, Patterson runs well, so you'd think he'd be scoring. No balls and one strike to James Greer. No balls and two strikes now. So as you always see, a bit of quick visit out onto the mound by the coach. Just breaks up a little bit of momentum for a pitcher. Gets his mind focused back on the job at hand. That pitch is in for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. James Greer just looking for something to drive. Lander takes his lead at third. Runners going. Ball gets through the left side. Greer drives it in. The go-ahead run. Patterson comes around all the way from second to score. James Greer has given Manly the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be a single to him. But more importantly, he knocks in both of those runs. And with one out here in the bottom of the 6th, Manly have taken the lead for the first time in this game. They tied it up in the 4th with 2. And they've scored 2 again here in the bottom of the 6th to tie it up. To take the lead, rather. They lead 6-5 and are 3 outs away now from punching their ticket to Adelaide and taking on the red-hot Ryde Hawks. MacArthur with 3 wins and no losses on the tournament. Manly with 2 wins and 1 loss. So it looks like the runner in Patterson has been sent back to third. So not too sure what's happened. Bit of a conversation at home plate between Michael Bryan and manager Matt Eisenhower. They're just discussing something. So Patterson is sent back to third. Greer will be at first. And this will be a tie game now. So 5-all in the bottom of the 6th. Greer will take second. And looks like MacArthur have escaped the damage there. We're just waiting for Game Changer to update to give us confirmation that it is a 5-all ball game. Can only think that there may have been some interference on the plate. That's why Lander was back at third base. So MacArthur has Greer Just waiting for the game changer to catch up. I have it as a 5-all ball game. Game changer still has it as 5-4. We'll wait and see what the scorers bring us. So far, it's recorded as a single to shortstop for James Greer with both runners holding up. The ball definitely got into left field. The only thing I can think is maybe there was some sort of interference by a base runner, as it looked like James Lander may have been at third aid and Patterson potentially called out on an interference. So we'll wait and see what's happened over there. Looks like we have a hold up in the game being entered into game changer. Maybe the complexity of that play has held things up a little bit. I can't give you confirmation as to what's happened over there. Game changer still showing a 5-4 ball game in favour of MacArthur. And I think that is where it'll be. That ball hit into centre field. Centre fielder back for it, gets over his head. It's a long run for him back to the fence. Cut off just before second base. So it looks like it's a double for MacArthur. A very important insurance run for them if they do have the lead. And will break the tie if we are in a 5-all ball game. I think it may have been the leadoff guy. Can't bring you much more other than that, I'm afraid. Carter with the runner on second. So it is 3 outs over there on Diamond 2. Looked like it was a 2-out double. And then the ground ball at the end to finish the inning. Unfortunately, Game Changer still to update and tell us officially what the score is over there. We'll see if we can send someone over there and find out exactly what's going on. Bit of confusion here. Game Changer has it 5-4 MacArthur. So we'll wait and see, and we'll bring you the bottom of the 7th inning. And we may have to rely on that, as that's the only piece of information we have. So I can confirm that it is a 5-4 ball game. And Cameron Goddard has singled into left field with one out. He represents the tying run for Manly. 1 ball and 1 strike to James Peel. And looks like there's a balk, so Manly will have the tying run in scoring at 90 feet away at third base. They did put a pinch runner in the form of Kieran Lee. Special pinch runner Kieran Lee is now at third base. He's now 90 feet away with only 1 out. 2 balls and 1 strike for James Peel. We were trying to get a camera angle over there, but as the luck would have it, given the morning we've had, we can't get the camera to cooperate. Do have someone working on it now, but we may run out of time. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Manly 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. Looks like that was the strike call. Lots of cheers coming from the MacArthur side of the diamond. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to James Peel. Big lead by Kieran Lee, hustling down that line. Can confirm that it was an interference play, which meant that Manly didn't score that run. And it looks like there's a play at the plate. This has been called out. That'll be the second out. Kieran Lee thrown out at home. So 2 out here in the 7th. So MacArthur 1 out away potentially from going through to the championship game at 6 o'clock tonight and taking on Ryde. Adam Kraft with the fielding gets it back to his catch-up for the out. Kieran Lee out at home. So James Peel now. Three bases away from tying this ball game up. Lachlan Ludbrook, Manly's last chance. 2 for 4 on the tournament. With 2 RBIs, has 2 singles. If Peel can get him to second base, he'd like his chances of scoring if Ludbrook can find the outfield. And Peel does move up to second. And it is a 4-pitch walk to Lachlan Ludbrook. And it brings up James Lander. So Manly not dying, wondering. Ludbrook moves up to third. On the foul ball. So he has to go back to second. 5-4, bottom of the 7th. We're 2 out, runners on first and second. James Lander, no balls, 1 strike. To the shortstop, picks it up, stands on second base, and that's the ball game. MacArthur have held on, and they will be back here at 6 o'clock tonight for the Junior League Championship Final. Manly just falling short. But it was Adam Kraft holding his nerve, getting a crucial out at home plate, and then getting James Landon to ground out to his shortstop on the fielder's choice to finish the ball game off. That game finishing 5-4 MacArthur, and they'll be back here at 6 o'clock. They punched their ticket to Adelaide, and they've got one game to go. It's going to be the two undefeated teams in this Junior League State Championships. It's the Ryde Hawks and the MacArthur All-Stars back here at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll be back with the intermediate final here at 3 o'clock, so we hope you can join us for both games. Until then, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for sticking by us as we called the closing innings of that very exciting semi-final number 2 on Diamond 2. We'll be back just before 3 o'clock for the intermediate pre-game, and then the Junior League Championship game here at Aquatic Ballpark at 6 p.m.